While my opponent makes connections between scientific progress and animal research, he fails to provide specific citations of such. Anyone can come up with some medicine and say animal testing contributed to it, but without explicit citations or quotes, either named or listed below in the citation box like I did, it's impossible to use any of these claims as valid evidence. So, if my opponent could not, as he claims, hear what one of the aforementioned alternatives was, he could have looked at my references, which he failed to do. That's his fault, not mine, and I should not be penalized for it. But let me reiterate the method. In vitro testing. That's I-N space V-I-T-R-O. Furthermore, I noted there were many alternatives tested and extrapolated upon only a few. According to the Humane Society, other alternatives include, but are not limited to, human blood, artificial human skin, 3T3 neutral red uptake phototoxicity test, and reduced local lymph node assay. These methods can reduce the number of animals used in tests by up to 75%. And these tests are just the beginning. Every day, alternative methods become cheaper and more accurate. Embryonic stem cells represent such a possibility. While my opponent claims embryonic stem cell research is mostly useless, significant achievements have been made using embryonic, induced pluripotent, and adult stem cells. According to Professor Loanne Skeen, these include differentiating stem cells, or reverting non-stem cells back into stem cells, into other types of cells to use into research, which have been proven to reduce symptoms of Parkinson's, multiple sclerosis, and sickle cell anemia. Embryonic stem cells are only one kind of stem cell used in research, but my opponent questions the morality of using embryonic stem cells, asking whether animals are more important than human embryos. The questions of where life begins or ends is not for this debate, but I will say this. The aliveness of animals being used in testing cannot be debated. Furthermore, as noted in the article, the only embryonic cells available for research in the U.S. are those that are spare ones from fertility clinics. These unused embryos would otherwise be discarded, so why not use these cells to advance science and save both human and animal lives? My opponent also challenges the ethical dilemma of animal testing by saying humans are superior beings to animals. If the judge believes this, that's exactly why we should ban testing on animals. If animals are not sentient, then they're not capable of comprehending abstract concepts, and thus cannot give consent to be tested upon. Humans may be tested upon without their consent to create new medicine, but that does not make it right. The purpose of science is not to stagnate, but to progress and to innovate. It's true that animal testing has contributed to science. Has. That word being in the past tense. Animal testing is a thing of a bygone era. Rather than outdated and inaccurate animal tests, alternatives can be used more cheaply and more effectively. For these reasons, the judge should vote in favor of banning animal testing in the United States.